Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Here we've got two teams who will look to their running backs to try to control the pace of the game. It's the Steelers going up against the Jaguars. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, first opened in 1995. There's a look inside Everbank Field and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Guyton. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And we shift our attention to the Pittsburgh Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger, Charles, a man who could become the next 50,000-yard passer in the coming season. Would have had his fifth 4,000-yard individual season last year if it wasn't for the couple of games he missed.
I think his consistency is something we have to start talking about, because we talk about him being one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and there's really no doubt about that. But just him answering the bell year after year, putting up those kind of numbers, and leading one of the best offenses in the league. Also, remember Big Ben as a younger quarterback, moving out of the pocket, taking the hit, shrugging them off? Now he's staying in the pocket and winning from there more and more, and I think that's going to enhance his career going forward.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true number one receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses want to cover him. He sees it as a challenge and knows how to defeat them.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Four down. Alert. Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Malik Jackson there to make the stop. And the starters defensively for Jacksonville. And it's a Jags team that finished 3-13 last year. But on this side of the football, they've got a solid foundation, don't they?
I thought that their defense kept them in a lot of games in 2016. I thought they played really well. And now they've got a young core of guys. Remember Jalen Ramsey drafted last year. He made the all-rookie team. Yannick Ngakoue, a really promising outside linebacker, one of the best speed rushers in the game. He's going to be back with them. They need Miles Jack to make a jump, the youngster out of UCLA. But I like, all in all, the core of players that they have defensively.
Here's Roethlisberger throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Double tight. Hey, four down. Set. 180. 85 is coming.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Strong left. Four down. Check.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Surveying the field. This one complete. Right side to McDonald. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Third down now following the completed pass.
4. We got 4.
Here we go.
Black 20.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now the offense lining up first and 10.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Set. 180.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 48 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now we get ready for Jacksonville to take the field on offense. Blake Bortles this year accounted for 22 turnovers, 16 interceptions, and 6 fumbles, and just all around for the Jags, not the year that they expected. 3-13.
Yeah, everyone expected the Jags to make a jump and actually contend for a playoff spot. And, of course, a lot of people thought that Blake Bortles would be leading them. And I remember talking with a personnel guy in the league before this season and talking about the season Bortles had in 2015. And he said to me, yeah, take a closer look at it. A lot of the success he had when they were down 14 points or more. I want to see him in some tighter games. It didn't happen this year. He's got a lot of work to do to get back to being that rising star.
Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down.
Key the tight end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Cameron Hayward is a defensive lineman, but many of us, especially guys of my vintage, remember his father, Craig Ironhead Hayward, who was a running back. I think Cameron decided he'd rather hit people than be hit.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. Throwing his Bortles on third down. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so, because you've tried to run the ball, and really it doesn't matter who got the ball on the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the first down.
They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Hey. Got three. Three down.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it's 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here.
Tight left. Hey.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Black 20. Black.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Hunter. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
The Steelers call here on the Aussie, Australian-born Jordan Berry now to punt this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now here comes the Steelers defense once more. They forced the punt the last time, got off the field. I'm sure some of your D coordinators through the years, you liked when you heard those words, get off the field.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Or maybe you didn't like it when you heard those words.
It depended on when they were yelling them. But in this situation, absolutely perfect. Get off the field, force a punt, and let the offense take over and do their thing, and it resulted in a field goal.
Now we'll see if they can do that again.
Left. Watch left. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy. Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. From midfield, here's Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Our eyes shift to the defense of the Jaguars now. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3-and-outs, that's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball over to your offense.
We'll see what they can do here, see if they can force another 3-and-out. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Roethlisberger on first down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Brown finishing 2016 with over 1,200 yards, 106 receptions. Now for him, you know, people were expecting maybe some bigger numbers, Charles. What did you make of Antonio Brown's season?
Well, what I made of it is that he started to get more help along the way. Jesse James developed at tight end. Once Le'Veon Bell got into the lineup, he started to catch passes out of the backfield and ate up a few numbers as well. So Big Ben had more targets to throw it to. That should help Antonio Brown going forward in 2017 because he'll still be the primary guy. But when you get help, boy, you can make bigger plays downfield. The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd down. On third down, Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald.
There we go, D. That's the way to hit.
Here's Jordan Berry now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Tight on the left. Move. Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On first down, Bortles. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Here we go now. Green.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. He's got time. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
So that's the word from the referee. Neutral zone infraction, 5 yards.
And, of course, the defense is always pointing at the offense about how they drew them across. Flag goes against the defenders on that one.
So 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5. They'll come out in the pistol. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And he's got Moncrief. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When you see a base 3-4 team that attacks and moves similar to what we just saw in that play and spills running plays, often think back to the Giants, the New York Giants of the early 90s. That was one of the best attacking 3-4 teams that you saw, mainly because they had 4 tremendous linebackers.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
third down now following the run.
Watch left. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Ready.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. T.J. Yeldon, the one he was looking for. And now it's fourth down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Jags defense now as they head back out there. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out. You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. They run the counter now on first down. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
I guess. You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
2nd down, 9 yards to go.
Alert, alert. 3 down. Here we go.
And they give this time to the tailback. Whoosh. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
3 down. Here we go. Blue 45.
They'll run the option left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Second down following the run.
Two times. Odd. 3 down.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The tight end Blake Bell, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. So a second down incompletion now brings up 3rd down.
Hey, we got 3 down. Here we go now.
Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. Caught here by Bell. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. At the end of one, it's a close game here early on. More from Jacksonville after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Turn right. Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down. Ready, blue 45.
From midfield, here's Bortles. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Tight end's left. Hey. We got 3. 3 down. Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. And he comes back with one complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yep.
He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go. Green 90.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
3 yards remaining here on 2nd down.
Tight ends on the loosey.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I'm not sure they could have had a better call there for the defense. Blitz was called, and they're setting up for a draw. When you're blitzing, you're likely to beat them to the punch because they're going to take a little extra time to set up. Talk about the offensive line. In this case, you'll get into the backfield before they can get set up.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
We got now. Blue 45.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And now on 4th down, Gus Bradley will turn it over to the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Hey, 4 down. Here we go. 180.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
4 down. Check. 4 down. 180.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Deep drop. And that is incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13.
Watch tight end. 3 down. Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90. 98. Watch tight end.
On first down, Bortles to the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. No gain, and it's second down.
Love the effort. Love the dramatics. Getting the feet down. How about a little step shuffle along the sideline there, almost like a great ballet dancer or a tap dancer. All for no gain, though?
I was going to say, it's so pretty, and it gets you nothing.
Green 39. Green 39.
On second down, here's Bortles. And his pass incomplete. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Throwing is Bortles on 3rd down. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here's the Jaguars defense as they get ready to set up shop. And they were able to halt them last time on 4th down. Was a great stand. They'll be looking for another stand here.
To be able to stand up against someone trying to go for it on 4th down, because obviously they went for it because they thought that they could get it, that they thought they had the right play call. Didn't happen. They're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves going forward and flexing the rest of this game.
And the offense will be trying to prevent that flex on this drive.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Hey. Alert. Kill. Turn it up.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Strong left. Strong left.
Brown, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here that's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Jags grab it. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Strong left. 3 down. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James O'Shaughnessy from 10 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask, 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Hunter. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Black 30. Blue, there's a... Bofo's the mic. Black, there's Bofo.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. And he's brought down. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
Tight end right. Tight end right. 4 down. 4 down. Black 20. 44, Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That's caught at the 3. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown from 8 yards out, and the Steelers are going to retake the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that makes it 14-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They come up in an offset eye. Now they try the right side here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Shreds the tackle. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Single. Here we go. Watch 7. Watch 7.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Justin Hunter, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
It's good, and it's 21-10. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. Muscles him off. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Their dangerous wide receiver, 84 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Now the try here for the point after. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he lost the football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On second down, here's Bortles. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Hey, we got 3 down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Check 27. Eyes on 27. Single. Check. Fresno.
To throw is Bortles. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. He had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Hey, guys. Green.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Now from back at the 5, this is third and goal. Bortles now on third and goal. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden, with it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
We focus our attention now on the quarterback Ben Roethlisberger. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all, because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he may even buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Black 5. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a second.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
The Jaguars getting set to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just third and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So the offense has it first and 10. They run again with Hyde on first. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. 3 down, 3 down. Green, 90.
Now
Green,
whistles
90.
here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
Let's get in that house. 45. Blue 45.
Following the penalty, it's Hyde. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
An 8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Finding pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy man at intermission. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll bring him back within a point. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the 2nd quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, baby.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Another pistol look here. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. He's got time in the pocket. And he's got room. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout, and now we're set to get going.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
44 is the mic. 45.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And McDonald here over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Six yards here to go for the offense on second down.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. Blue 30.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over, and we'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here.
Hey, we got 4 down.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. He's got time. Look at the time. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Finding time. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
4 down. Check. That, like 30. Where's that? 44 is the mic. 45.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a couple hours south to Orlando. Let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Jaguars right now have a time of possession advantage, but it has not led them to taking control of this game. The Steelers, though, are still right in this game and will certainly be looking for a way to pull this one out in the second half. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. We go to the second. He'll fumble the football after the catch, and the play will come to an end after a gain of 60. Now, after the fumble, completion is made across the middle of the field, and it leads to a touchdown. Jaguars go up by field goal. Steelers with the ball midway through the second. Tight coverage here, but the completion is made, and it leads to a touchdown. The Steelers go up by 4. Steelers with the ball midway through the second. Hunter is able to get free for the deep pass, and he's gone as he sprints into the end zone. Steelers up now by 5. Steelers line up for the kickoff. The return is going to start from the 16, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone, closing that gap to 4. Offense on the field now after the fumble. The hurry throw would be picked off. Hayden's reading the play and comes away with it, ending the drive. We're set up for a great second half, so let's get you out to it. Here's Brandon Godden.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Steelers defense making their way onto the field. They've got the lead here as the second half begins and looking to set the tone.
I used to love those types of halftimes because you knew what was coming. When you're winning, coaches are usually a little more aggressive with you and telling you what you did wrong. But because you're winning, it kind of rolls off your back. So you just go back out and play the same way you did in the first half, trying to shut them down.
Looking to do more of the same.
Watch tight end. We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. All kinds of time. He's going to wind up and air it out. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Here we go now. 390.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles. He's got time in the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is a big blitz down for a lot of defenses, especially if they sense that there's going to be a passing play. And they brought the pressure on that one and forced it incompletion.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense.
And he coughed it up, and the Jags grab it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Watch out. So we got man.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Double tight. Three down.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Caught here by Bell. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. From midfield, here's Bortles. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's 4th and 4. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Surveying the field. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Bortles now on first down. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
Hey, got tight left, tight ends left. 3 down, 3 down. Here we go now. Blue, 4.
Here's the option going right. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They come up in an offset eye, and they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Bortles. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Second down and a little ways to go here. Second and 13.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Don't let
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Hits his target, Hunter. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I would not want to be an offensive lineman in today's NFL, especially not a center or a guard, if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles who could not just beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness and guile as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times what they're taught, just go ahead and tackle everyone that comes in your area and keep the one with the ball.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Hunter. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers, and they just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Fresh set of downs here.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey, we got 4.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second down following the run.
Everyone's got 4 down.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. Let's go.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
44. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Tight right. 4 down. Like 80. 44.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Tight end left, tight end left.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty.
Key to tight end, key to tight end. 4 down, 4 down. Alert. All right, here we go. Black 5. Black 5. Mike's Bobo.
And now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw in here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Nice, sweetheart. Watch left, watch left, watch left.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
I'm gonna run you over.
And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
Tight ends Ringo, tight ends on the Ringo, tight ends on the Ringo.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Looking for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On first down, Bortles. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag.
There we go, D. That's the way to hit. Tight right. Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
They come up with an offset eye. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No, let's
go. I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they had been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.